So they are really simple. In fact, we have really easy step-by-step instructions on the back of each box. We say they come together in 3, 2, 1. So 3 simple steps, 2 added ingredients, just butter and egg, and 1 bowl to clean up when you're done. So it doesn't get much better than that. So we are just gonna I like to use the stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer, or you can actually mix by hand. And so I'm just gonna dump a mix in. I'm using 6 tablespoons of butter that is softened. So I had this out on the counter for about an hour to soften up. And then I'm gonna grab 1 egg. So the hard part's done. And that didn't take any time at all. So we are just gonna put this on medium-low speed for about a minute or so. I don't know if you want to show in there or not. So one of the things that is different, so I design these to taste, I call them better than homemade. So a homemade tasting cookie, but in the fraction of the time it would take to bake from scratch. So one of the things that is unique about cookie baking from scratch is you cream together the butter and the sugar. When you have a mix, you can't do that. And so we had to work really hard to get not just the taste right, but also the texture of the cookie right.
And how long will these bake?
So these will bake for about 9 to 11 minutes.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I use a cookie scoop. What's nice about a cookie scoop is it gives you a uniform shape and size with each cookie. And so we'll mix it, the dough will form, and then we'll go ahead and just scoop them onto a cookie sheet and throw into the oven that I preheated to 375 degrees. So these, like I said, were designed to taste like homemade tasting cookies. I've been in food my entire career. I actually got started in the corporate office of the Fresh Market, which is based right here in Greensboro. I ran marketing there for about 7 years before leaving a startup, or leaving to join, I'm sorry,
You're fine.
Before leaving to join a startup called Creative Snacks. Creative Snacks was a company that made trail mixes, nuts, granola, confections. We sold products into stores like the Fresh Market where you'd scoop your own trail mix. And so food is all that I know. In 2021, I found myself in a situation, we had just sold Creative Snacks to Kind Snacks, so Kind Bar. My job was to integrate the 2 companies together, but I found myself in a situation where my professional life was changing quite a bit. But also my personal life was changing. I was going through a divorce that I didn't see coming, and so I decided it was a great time to take a risk and to step away from Kind and to do something different, which is why I started My Better Batch.
And what year did you start My Better Batch?
So we shipped our first order in April 2024. I started working on things about a year before that. So these are ready to go into the oven. So we are just gonna take this, put it in the middle rack of the oven. Like I said, it preheated to 375 degrees, and we are going to check it at about 9 minutes.
Awesome.
Roll around the edges, and it. Everybody says, like, why do cookies look so good when you show them? And it's just that simple little trick. So